Hello Mayhem Makers, I'm Mindy with Quilting Mayhem, and it is January 2024 already, and you know what that means? Temperature quilt time. We have been doing it for several years and I love it. It is a great way to have a representation of the year, just in temperatures. So if you've never done it before, we have all kinds of information for you to be able to participate, follow along, and hopefully do your own temperature quilt. So go to our website. Under our inspiration tab, we have documents for you. So just your basic information of what it is. We have a suggested calendar layout, and you can do all kinds of layouts. So make sure you're making it your style, how you want it. This is just one way to be able to lay out your blocks. And then we have our temperature chart. So this is just what we've come up with and what we're using, and we give you the option to do your own fabrics. So we do have our own bundle. I love this bundle. It's kind of a tropical inspiration that we used to create this lovely palette. This year, instead of doing all Kona solids, we do have a mix. So there are some lovely wovens, some artisan solids, along with some Kona. So it's a nice variety of solid fabrics to do your blocks with that will give it just some yummy texture. And these, I love these warm colors. So this is just a suggestion. You don't have to use it. You can use whatever you want. But if you're using our bundle, we've given you the chart. It gives you all the different temperature scales. If not, you can kind of create your own little swatch card here. All right. And if you're in a state that may be a little warmer than ours or colder than ours, you can change these. You do not have to follow this exactly. You can custom make your own chart. If you need help, reach out, gladly help you, because we've modified them before. So once again, make it apply to you. Maybe you're in Hawaii or Florida, or even another country that is nice and warm all the time. I can dream, but unfortunately I'm in Washington, so we get cold, we get warm. We don't necessarily get the extremes though, so we kind of stay more in that middle ground. You could be in Alaska, some of those colder states or colder countries, and maybe you need a colder scale for yours. So please adjust it, make it yours so that your quilt makes you happy when the year is over. And all you're going to do is make a block to represent each day, right? If you're new to quilting, I do highly suggest half square triangles. I have done them like half rectangles. I've done EPP. Keep in mind, you're trying to do a block to represent every day. There will be times you will fall behind, so you don't want to make it necessarily too complicated that it makes it too hard to catch up. All right, so how I do it is I just have my bin of pre-cut squares. I think I took the half yards, just chopped them up to begin with. I have them all labeled. They're just post-it notes. It's not fancy, with their color names, so that each day as I go to make the block, I go, okay, I need one of this and one of this to make my half square triangle. And I just do it the good old-fashioned, draw a diagonal line, sew a 1/4 inch on either side, cut it apart, press it. You end up with 2, which is okay. You have one for the day that you need, and then you end up with, extras, which is okay, because at least for us, we end up with a lot of days that are kind of the same temperature range. So then when you go find that day, you just pull out that already made half square triangle and you're ready to go. So it does make it easy to keep up with all the days, as opposed to just single-handedly making one each day. I mean, you could cut these into triangles, so your triangles back together, all that kind of stuff. I'd rather just have leftovers, because if anything, I donate my leftovers, and I have employees that love all my little orphan blocks, and they turn them into fun little quilts and projects, those kinds of things. Or you could even use them on the back, all kinds of stuff. So don't worry if you have those leftovers, because you can do all kinds of fun things. I mean, they're half square triangles. You can have a lot of fun with that. So that's kind of the basic of how a temperature quilt goes. You're just going to make your blocks each day, put them together, keep them organized however works for you. And then at the end of the year, you put everything together and you have a quilt that represents your entire year. And this year's a leap year, so it could be really fun to do one that's going to represent the leap year. And some people take their blocks and just do straight rows for each month and then have some filler in there for those months that aren't 31 days. And so you're just going to have straight rows. Like I showed you, you could do it more calendar style. And so, you know, we have the 3 months across, 4 months down. So you end up a little more rectangular in your quilt. You can do anything. It can be spirally, it can be whatever suits how you want to do it, all right? And you can go on, you know, Pinterest and Instagram and just search temperature quilts and see all kinds of inspiration for how you might want to make it your own. So I highly recommend maybe do a little research, see how you feel about how you want to do it, and then get ready, jump in, pick your fabrics, have your chart, you know, or grab a bundle, make it easy, and get going. And as far as, tracking temperatures, I just used like WeatherBug, the Weather Channel, and I just made an Excel spreadsheet. Went in, so I was always a day behind. I'd go look at the day before, go, okay, what was the low, what was the high, and that's how I got all my numbers to do my blocks. So, and because I tracked them in an Excel spreadsheet, if I fell behind, it was a lot easier for me to then catch up and be like, okay, I just need to knock out last week's because it gets a little crazy. Or, you know, like me, I've been sick for a while, so it's been a little hard to get into my sewing room and get to my machine. So I just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it, because that's how we get frustrated as quilters, and projects then get left behind. So I hope this helps. If you have questions, reach out. You can message us, Instagram, Facebook, email, call the shop, all the ways. Carrier pigeon probably would even work. I mean, just let us know. Reach out. We'll gladly help you. There is the Facebook group. You can join that group. They are a wealth of knowledge and they're very supportive. And so they're helpful too, all different ways. But we're here to help. Hopefully you will have fun making this quilt to help track how your year goes. You can even have some fun and put in different blocks for birthdays, anniversaries. Some people do like snow days, all that kind of stuff. So like I said, make it yours, have fun with it, and just have amazing 2024. So hope you enjoyed this, hope this helped, and I hope you just keep on stitching.